I don't think I chose trees. In a way, the trees chose me. Long before I ever became an arborist, trees were already a part of my story. When I was a little girl, there was a beautiful jacaranda tree at my bus stop. Every spring, it would be covered in bright purple flowers, and I remember standing underneath it thinking it was the most beautiful thing. Purple has always been my favorite color, and back then, I had never seen a tree like that before. A whole tree covered in purple flowers felt magical to me. And I didn't know it then, but that little girl standing under those purple blooms will one day become an arborist. Hi, I'm Destiny, a certified arborist here in Tampa Bay, Florida, and welcome to Cultivated by Destiny. This channel is about trees, gardening, Florida living, home projects, and creating a life rooted in nature, beauty, and purpose. But before I tell you what this channel is, I want to tell you why it exists. I'm the daughter of a tree climber and tree service owner. My dad, Patrick, introduced me to this world before I even understood it. Growing up, he was the coolest person in the world to me. I watched him climb trees and swing from limb to limb like a monkey, and he made it look like it was the easiest thing in the world. Tree work is hard, it's dangerous, it takes strength, it takes skill, instinct, and respect. But as a little girl watching my dad, it looked like something out of a movie. And even when he wasn't in the trees, he still found ways to make life feel adventurous. I remember him standing up while riding his motorcycle and balancing like we're watching the circus. And as a kid, I just thought he was fun and fearless. But now I realize I was watching someone who taught me courage, follow through, and what it means to really love what you do. By the time I was 7 years old, I was already helping in the family business during summers, dragging brush, lifting logs, passing out flyers, doing anything I could to be a part of it. At the time, I probably just thought I was helping my dad, but looking back, I was learning work ethic, I was learning responsibility, I was learning how much care goes into this kind of work. And without even realizing it, I was learning to see trees differently. Not just as something in the yard, but as living parts of a home, a neighborhood, and a community. Years later, when my husband and I bought our home, that connection to the land became even deeper. The house had mostly been used as a rental before we found it. It really wasn't loved the way it deserved to be, and we saw something in it. Not just a house, but a place we could bring back to life. Since then, we've poured ourselves into it, planting trees, building gardens, renovating spaces, and slowly creating a home that feels restored. In less than 3 years, I've planted more than 30 trees in our yard, all kinds of trees that you'll get to know over time. Because I truly believe the land around us is always trying to give us something. Shade, beauty, peace, a reason to slow down, a place to feel grounded, and sometimes even a sense of purpose. But while I've been planting more trees, I've also watched Florida lose so many. Hurricanes, development, fear, and misunderstanding have changed the landscape around us. And I understand why people get nervous about trees during storms. I really do. As an arborist, I've seen the damage trees cause when they fail. But I've also seen what happens when we remove trees without understanding them. We lose shade, habitat, beauty, soil protection, and the feeling of a neighborhood that's truly alive. And I think sometimes we forget that trees are not just things to remove the moment they make us nervous. Trees are living systems. They're part of our history, our homes, and our community. For the past 6 years working in arboriculture, I've made it my mission to help people understand them better, but not from a place of fear, but from a place of knowledge. Because when you understand trees, you can make better decisions. You can learn when a tree is worth preserving, when one is truly hazardous, and how to plant the right tree in the right place. Once you start seeing trees that way, you start to see your yard, your neighborhood, and your land differently. That's what I want this channel to do. On Cultivated by Destiny, I'll be sharing what I know, what I'm still learning. Some videos will teach, some will inspire, some will be projects around your home, and some will be simple reminders to slow down and notice the beauty already around you. Because I don't believe you need a perfect property, a huge budget, or years of experience to start cultivating beauty where you are. You just have to start noticing the land, what the land is asking for, and then care enough to respond. So this is my story. A little girl under a purple jacaranda tree, a daughter watching her dad swing through the canopy, a woman restoring her home, planting trees, and trying to help others see the value in the living world around them. This is Cultivated by Destiny. Thank you so much for being here. If this sounds like something you'd enjoy, I'd love for you to subscribe and follow along. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.